Okay, so in this video we're going to be building something like this, but using code, or rather using text code, which is Python. So let's get started. We're going to end up right here, press C, and you can see that we're in Python. So we actually need the first thing here, which is going to be agent teleport to player. And then right here, what do we need? Actually, before that, I want you to realize that, look, can you see I've added this space? And there's no spaces here. I didn't do this. There's no spaces here. There's no spaces at the end here. There's no spaces here either. Good. Now this is going to be RL. We're going to have another player on chat, like so. This is going to contain all of our code that will run our agent so that he builds a small house. So we'll call it house. What I want you to understand is copy and pasting, usually it gives you really bad habits. And you can see that now I have a red error too, right? Don't worry about this. That just happens if you have nothing inside. So think about this. What's the first two things you need to start coding or start building with your agent? We need agent set assist on, like so. And we also need agent give block or item. There we are, set a block item. Now remember that it doesn't matter which order these two are in, but it does matter that they are both on the same indentation block. This doesn't say it's an error, but this is an error. So make sure it's indented. If you don't know how to indent, go to the start of the code and press tab. This should be true. And here you can type in any item you want. So I'll type in planks. And I'll use jungle planks. There we go. Now this isn't going to do anything. We actually need to move in a direction first. So let's move in a direction. We'll say agent move forward. Agent move forward right here by, let's say, 7. Now, let's see what happens actually. Type in RL. Agent, type in go. Is it house or go? I did house, there we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, okay, this is a line. It's starting to look like a house, but not quite. What's the house look like? It goes forward, then left, then forward, then left, then forward, then left. Right? Or if you go this way, forward and right, forward and right, forward and right. There we go. So we need to make sure that it goes forward, then turn, then forward, then turn, then forward, then turn, and then forward, and then turn. Easy peasy. And there's actually a nice little tip we can use that will help us do that super easily. So look what I'm going to do now. I'm going to the end of this, enter. End of this here, enter. I'm finding loops for, putting it right here. And this is actually in the wrong place. What's wrong with it? It should be indented. Great. Now what's wrong with this? Well, this pass needs to be gone. And all of these need to be inside the for, meaning we should indent it, like so. And now, when we bring our agent here, type in house, you can see he's going to build a house, like so. So we just repeated our code, which makes our life a lot easier. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to need to overcome this little gap right here. How do we overcome this gap? Our agent needs to be on top right here. So what do? We move up, then we move right. It seems simple enough, but there will be a mistake that most people make. Hopefully you don't make it, but let's do it together. So we don't want this to be inside the for loop, but I'm going to show you what happens if we do it inside the for loop. So we'll move direction, we'll say up, and then we'll say agent move direction. You can type to agent move right by 1. If we do this, what happens? Well, nothing you'd want to happen. Look at this. Okay, and then... Okay. So it doesn't really build a house, right? There's an error here. Because it repeats the up and move right 4 times alongside the forward and move left. So we need to fix that. How do we fix it? Super easy. Look, we just place that underneath the indentation, like so, or underneath. Separate with a line to make it clear. And make sure this is in line with this, like so. if you put it inside here, it means that it's going to be repeated and it's going to be inside the for loop, but we only want it to be inside this onChat function right there. So now this should work, or will it? There's another mistake. Let's take a look at what the mistake is. Oh well, house. Okay, let's see. Now turn left, good. Turn left, good. And turn left, great. Okay, now what's the mistake? Well, it's this right here. We can't have this. Why? Because if we try building again, it's going to build a lopsided house, which is not what we want. We do not want a leaning house. We're not building the leaning tower of houses or the leaning tower of Pisa. We are building a house. By the way, leaning tower of Pisa, it's P-I-S-A, not pizza. When I was young, I used to think it was leaning tower of pizza, but no, it's Pisa. Anyway, we'll move on. That was unrelated. So the next thing we should be doing is making sure that we correct this. How do we do that? Super duper easy, guys. It's so easy, so unbelievably easy. Right here, in between these two, we're going to wedge something inside. What are we going to wedge inside? We're going to wedge inside agent set assist on, and it's going to be false, just like that. That's it. We just put it in. Now, type in RL, type in house. Okay, good. You can see that's going to build, and it's going to build in the correct way. Now after this, you'll see that we have a perfect square that we can now do or repeat multiple times upwards to build a house. You already know how to repeat. Or do you? Well, you do know how to repeat. I showed you a minute ago. So all we got to do now is repeat all of this. Super easy, guys. Super, super, super easy. Look at this. Loops. 4 inside. Like so. This time I want maybe 6 layers. Not 64. 6 layers. Get rid of the pass. And now all of this code is going to be inside this 6. Like so. And this is our code. That's all we need. Let's actually separate it out so you can see clearly. So you can see that this for loop is inside our function. Then this for loop is inside this for loop. This code right here is inside this for loop. You can see it matches up, right? And then this code is inside this for loop. How do I know that? Well, think about it. Look at the thing that is the furthest to the right, the most indented, and see what belongs, or see what's directly above it, right? So this is pointing to this I, belongs here. This is pointing to this I, it belongs here. This 4 is pointing upwards, it belongs right here. Right, and these little lines here can actually help you, right? You see these lines going downwards? That can help you too. It takes a bit of getting used to, but yeah, it should be quite easy. Okay, just remember, this does not belong to this because it meets the same line as the 4. But if it did belong to it, it would be inside the 4, not on the same line. So that's also something you can use. Now press play. Type in house. This time our agent is going to build a house. And while it's building a house, you can actually build some other things, like a door, like so. And maybe a window. Well, a very, very, very big window, but yes, a window nonetheless, like so. And moment of truth, is it going to work? It is. We're geniuses, great. Let's also make a window right there. And a window right here. Remember not to build too far up. If you do, then your agent is going to get confused and it's going to start doing some weird things. But as long as you build underneath the line he's in right now, you should be okay. And this is fine. But building, for example, here is not okay. Oh, and that's actually a weird window. Let's get rid of that. Good. So you can see he's building the house happily, and he's got 2 more layers to go. Maybe we can add another door here, maybe? And actually, no, I don't like the door there. I do want a door here, though. There we go. Maybe another door here. Why not? And maybe another door here. Why not? My house. I can do what I want. Okay. So now, what we're going to be doing now is adding more windows, and you can do this for your homework. There we go. Perfect. This should be the last layer that the agent is going to build, and you don't need to build a roof. This is perfectly fine. Just this square structure is perfectly fine. Once you're done, two things you have to do. Take a picture of your house and send it to me, and take a picture of your code and also send that to me. When you do that, I can check it and I can make sure that you're on the right path. Even if you make a mistake and it's not quite what you wanted, take a picture, send it to me. I'd love to see, right? I would really, really love to see. There we go. So right here, there we go. Right there, okay. Perfect. Okay, oops, get rid of that. There we go. And get rid of that, get rid of that. Good, okay, good. There we go. And this should be the last layer. Oh, it's just building forever and ever. Okay, well, we're going to stop it right there. Because I don't want to build too much. But that's pretty much it. That's the code I used. And I want you to try and do this by yourself. Don't copy me. Please don't copy me. I want you to do it by yourself. That's the whole point of this activity, is to get used to it. And what a better time to get used to it than in the comfort of your own home. So, send a picture of the code, like this. Take a picture, send it to me. And also, send a picture of your actual house, like this. So, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.